make our baby snow owl. So for that, what you're gonna need is your fluff, your glue dots. The felt pieces will all be together kind of, so you should have 2 wings, a beak, and his feet, and then you need the other 2 googly eyes, whichever color you didn't use on your parrot. You don't need scissors for this unless your wings are too big, but I will warn you, these scissors don't cut felt really well. So I tried to make sure that all of the wings were small enough or big enough, the same. So just take out your stuffing. You're gonna just take a handful, and all you're gonna do is just put it on. And you're gonna kind of just drag it across it, shove it in there so it stays. When owls are born, they're super fluffy. Their feathers are, it's to help keep them warm because they're babies, and then they lose those baby feathers as they get older. So you want to make sure that you do poke it in. We want to see these underneath. Those will be the big owl feathers that are coming after the fluff is gone. So they're always there. They're just underneath, kind of like our teeth. We lose our baby teeth to get adult teeth. Well, they do the same thing with their feathers. So shove it in as best you can with your fingers, and then once you get enough on there that you think that's good, then you're gonna take your pencil and you're gonna shove it in even more for 2 reasons. One, so that we can see more of the brown of the pine cone poking through, but also to make sure that the fluffy, fuzzy stuff stays on them. And it'll act like a gripper if you get it in between the pine cone needles that are spread out. So then once you get it to where you like it, and some of you may want it really fluffy, and some of you may not. So that's pretty good. Poke a little more in here. And again, once you get his wings on there, if you decide, gee, that's a little too fluffy still, you can go back with your pencil after and poke a little more in. So that's where I'm gonna go. I think this part looks pretty good. So this is gonna be the front of him. So the first thing we're gonna do, get your really sticky glue dots, peel it off, get your eyes, because we need to know where our eyes are going to go to be able to center the beak. So the eyes have to go on first. Just get it on there the best you can. And you're going to want to make sure that you stick it to one of the pine cone needles, because if you just try to stick it on the white, it won't. And you need to be able to have something hard behind it to push. So there's one. Let's try the other one. They are sticky. Okay. And then decide where you want it. That's probably good. Oh, but there's not a... hard to do up in the air, so you definitely want it in front of you and you want to be looking at it, and that helps. Came off. Oh, I think it lost its stickiness. The fuzz. Gotta give him 2 eyes. They don't sell glasses for owls. Needs to be able to see. Okay, then you can put his beak on. Now that we have 2 eyes, we're going to pretty much center it right in the middle of the 2 eyes. Stick it like that, and then peel it off. And then right there in the middle again. Mine's a little lower than I normally would, but because the way the pine cone is open, you gotta make sure you have one of the brown pieces sticking through. Now his wings. On these, I don't know if you can see, but I made little lines. Those are supposed to be like feather lines, and I did that with a pencil, so I'm gonna do that a little bit. It doesn't really show on this color that much, but depending on what color, and maybe if you have a marker, you could do it that way, but it's okay if you don't as well, because it's just his feathers. And because he's a baby, he's got really, really fuzzy ones. So I'm gonna do two, but I'm gonna get the one on there, decide where I want it, stick it on there, feel around for part of the pine cone, because it won't stick to the fuzz. Then do the other one. And then the other side, exactly the same. Sometimes you gotta get above it to see how to line them up, because you kind of want them the same on each side, but you know, it's a baby. Babies are fluffy and they all look a little different. Anyway, so then you got two on each side. It's hard to find it. Hard. His eye doesn't want to stay very well. Okay, and then his feet. And then he's gonna be done. Just put two on here. And anywhere on there will work. They're just gonna go on like that. And then you just set your little guy right on there. And voila, all done. So next we're gonna do, what do we have left? We're gonna do our little guy, and you have two of these. I'm just gonna do one of them for you. So get everything you need for this.